Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Someone pointed this out in the last video, and I'm not really sure what it is, but there's a little bit of white noise in the microphone when I speak. I spent, like 5 minutes looking at it before going, yeah, I don't know. If you have any ideas as to what that is, please feel free to leave me a comment. If it's super annoying and I get a bunch of people talking about it, I'll try to look into it a little further and figure out what it could be. Also, my windows are open, you'll hear the ambience. It's like migration season for a lot of birds, and there's a bird bath and some bird seed outside my window. So every now and then, roughly 1,000 birds land there and just go to town and make a lot of noise. So, warn you about those things. I don't think there was a patch today. No, there are no new patch today. We are going to be playing Umbra today. We're playing with the new Primordium. I played with him last night. He's not very different, I don't think. He's like the same man, it feels like to me. The only real problem is I think that if you don't hit Train Steward in your first, two draws... Yeah, if you don't hit Train Steward on your first 2 draws on the first combat, you end up taking a lot. And also, I just really want to see Aggressive Edible. Alright, we got Professor Plating Seal, we got Spell Shield, and we got Chased. Cool. And we are Umbra Awoken with the Exiled Awokens. Void Binding, Sharpened, Space Prism. Okay, let's begin, shall we? Sap Tap, Light's Gift. Light's Gift is kind of nice, and we don't have any healing cards, so I'll take the Light's Gift here. It always bites me. It always bites me. But hopefully this time it does not. Stalwart Snack. I think, so Stalwart Snack is the one that really got hit by the base stats nerf. Aggressive Edible and Superfood I think are the same. And I'm just going to go all the way on Aggressive Edible. I don't really like Stalwart Snack. I think it's kind of bad. But you're not really picking Aggressive Edible and missing that 2 attack or 2 health, right? And you don't miss the 2 attack by picking Aggressive Edible. You have the same amount of attack, which is the real weird part to me. I'm gonna take this trial. I hope I hit 2 Plinks in the top 10 cards of my deck. And we'll just take 9 for this. And I think that that is okay. We hit a Train Steward, we hit a Plink. So the Train Steward's going to be dazed here if I play him in Primordium. The question here is, do I want to greed? So I'm always going to start it off like this, right? The question is a very simple, do I greed? And so I'm always going to play this Root Seeds here. I think the answer is I shouldn't, because if I draw no Plinks, I will lose. Let's not find out if I'm going to draw no Plinks here. I could have tried to greed and save myself 6 fire health. However, if I'm wrong, my Train Steward dies and we lose the game. I mean, we don't necessarily lose the game, but we get set far behind and we take a lot of damage on the long term. Now, I could have done it. However, I still think what I did was fine. We'll just take it slow here. Primordium pretty cool. I could have gone for that Collector, but I took the trial. Primordium in Awoken I think is really good because of all of the buffs. I have been informed that the Rage from a Void Binding does not carry over, so if I were to put Void Binding on Primordium here, the health gain or the attack gain would be the same. I actually want to try that myself right now, because he'll die. The Ember Drain will go away, so I want to see. I want to make sure, right? I believe the people who have told me that, however, let's find out anyway for ourselves, just so we can have it on camera. I don't know what I was expecting, actually. I didn't outline the cases there. I don't know what I was supposed to see. I don't think his attack went up by 28. I don't know. You can watch the footage at home and you can tell me if the outcome was expected. You think I'm going to mention Plink there? Do you think that I'm going to give Plink the attention it deserves there? I'm not. I will not. I refuse. I refuse. Yeah, 59 damage. So with Aggressive Edible, we just look for any unit with the multi-strike keyword and win the game. Yeah. I mean, Animus of Will is the one. But anything we find is pretty good. We took 14 damage, which is tough, but we did get the trial. Anti-Umbra Assault is good here. We need backline damage. Wildwood Sap is good here. Even though it's chased, I still think it's fine. If we get the other one, if we get Superfood, we can do some regen stacking shenanigans. Large Stone +5, +10, and +25. Animus of Will. Alright. Yeah, alright, cool. I'll give her... I think I'll leave it open for a multi-strike. I won't look for... Like, the stats are fine, but she'll basically solo this run at this point. 18 times 3. The only thing is we can't set up on the small floor, which is fine. We have the space prisms as well, so that if it's really awkward, we can still handle it. We even get to drop a Sharpen on him for an extra 4 attack. Ooh, buddy. I'm gonna take a bunch of Sinner's Burdens, but like these two units win the game. At this point. It's over. 50 times 3 is just enough. She crushes it all. And yeah, top floor is the correct setup because of... for sure, yeah, for sure it's the right setup because of the dazed. She won't even get hit. Does she one-shot the boss? I think she comes pretty close. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I can just press end turn. The Primordium's super weird because your first combat is really awkward and you get hit a lot, and then your second combat, if everything goes well, is just play Primordium and the unit you drafted and then win the game. Like, we one-shot the boss there. We killed him in... We killed the boss in a single round. Is how strong it is right now. Perils. So if I see Superfood going Perils Void Binding and just stacking that on Primordium is probably good. Right? The idea being we just like, we buff up Void Binding. I kind of want to try this. If we don't see it, it's still just fine. The card doesn't hurt me that much. And if we see it, it's really cool. I could go Overgorger here, however I don't want to. I'd have to pivot into a different plan, and this plan is good. This plan already has the pieces I need for it in place. We're probably not going to go all the way on Aggressive Edible. We're going to go probably 2 Aggressive Edible and then either 1 into Stalwart Snack or 1 into Superfood based on what they show us. Preferably Superfood. Go right here. Should have gone left actually. I don't have enough money for this. Hold this card over and give it a -1 later. Hold over Void Binding is better if I'm going down that line, but I don't know if I'm going down that line. Bye, Mother. I don't want to add any more uncertainty to this deck. There's already enough for me. We're at 27 cards and we're going to want to thin this out. We have a very well-defined and easy to execute upon plan. We just have to reach it now. Spike of the Hellhorn could be cool. I'm gonna leave, but Spike of the Hellhorn could be cool because it passes on Rage from Mr. Primordium. Superfood Aggressive Edible seems cool. I think that you're supposed to just pick one and then always go Stalwart Snack for the extra value. It feels like you're supposed to go Superfood or Stalwart Snack. And then... what am I saying here? You're supposed to go Superfood or Aggressive Edible and then spec into 1 Stalwart Snack is what I'm thinking the idea is. I can't set up top 4. Right. Put a boy up there. I could give Daedalus 2 damage shield. He's gonna need it. Yeah, I might just do that where I try to go Aggressive Edible too. But Superfood 1, it's interesting because it feels like there's 2 options to splash with Animus. I feel like you have 2 choices. You can go in on either one and it works out. Right, because you can go 1 into Superfood, and then the rest of Superfood isn't super useful. Like, it's fine, but it's nothing crazy. Or you can go in on... you can go 1 on Stalwart Snack, but I think at 2 it gets kind of awkward even. It's just a little bit much. I guess 8 times 10 is 80, but 5 times 20 is... 100, so you get more for going Aggressive Edible 2 Stalwart snack 1. So maybe you... Yeah, no, you do just splash it once, unless you're going Stalwart plus superfood, maybe. I don't know. Primordium's super weird. I'm just saying a bunch of the path names, and ultimately my outcome here is I'm not really sure. The ultimate takeaway here is I don't really know. Primordium feels weird because there's 2 paths that feel like they're good to take just one of, but taking more than just one feels bad. Not necessarily bad, just weird, I guess. Anyway, enough of me just spewing words at you. Let's talk about the run a little bit more. I'm looking here for... Lifesteal Morsel does it as well. We need a way to sustain the Animus, basically. Regen plan, Lifesteal Morsel, things like that. We just need ways to make sure that she's not going to die, is all. Because in the late game. Quick would do it, wouldn't it? Quick would be really good here, actually. Giving her Quick would be the winner. Or we can just try to Umbra Assault for some good morsels. There's a lot of ways we can go about it here. We have a lot of good choices. I mean, it's no question that we defeat Daedalus. Not even a close one here. It's not even close. She kills him in like 2 rounds. 3 rounds. Solid. And we'll see. What we get from Primordium is very interesting. Umbra Stone. Umbra Stone's good if I go all the way on the void. Like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the pieces. Forever Consume might be better here. I'm gonna take all the pieces they offer me though. Shadow Siege, fuck off. Fuck you, Shadow Siege. Get out of here, Shadow Siege. You're not welcome. Its Spell Shield fell. I think that the draw is gonna be better if I'm going Superfood because I want to hit my buff cards faster. I'm gonna do that. And then we just purge all of the non-buff cards here. And we go crazy. I kind of want to go left for the Hellvent. It's good either way. If I get Superfood, I duplicate Void Binding. Let's see what our next duplication station is. I talked about this last night a little bit. I really hate when the duplications spawn like this, where there's 1 on 3, 1 on 4, and then none here. So basically there's just no chance for me to upgrade my magic spells before I try to go insane on them. Hate to see it. Really, really hate to see it. Yeah. Like this spawn pattern. The only chance was here, but you know, it was a little early. All I would like is if the Hellvents were at least forced to spawn 1 step away from each other. It wouldn't really help here. I guess it would move maybe this one and this Vortex could swap. But still. I would just prefer it if they were forced to give me an extra step here. With that in mind, I'm still going to go to the left because we want money, we want health, and duplicating a Wildwood Sap is not bad. What do you have for me today? It's Superfood. That's weird. Okay. Because I can't go all in on Void Binding, I'm wondering if Superfood isn't good. I'm wondering if maybe Superfood is bad because of I can't full send on Void Binding, but also if I get 1 Wildwood Sap on him, it applies enough regen to kill everything except for Chase Seraph. To be fair, and there's no way to bring Primordium back in this run. And the regen's just gonna get chewed up. And the spikes are gonna get chewed up. If this were a different Seraph, I think we could pick Superfood for sure. But because I can't go all the way here, it's probably not worth it. I could also try to just duplicate I could just duplicate the Void Bindings and go for it anyway. But I'd have to, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't think it's quite right, but you could probably get away with it. 3 Void Bindings, and then you just spam Void Binding on her. I think it's not a great plan against Chase Seraph, though. Realistically, I think it just feels bad against Chase Seraph. Oh, this is always an interesting one. Right. If I place myself top 4... These on this haste combat, if I place myself top 4, these guys stack up with the Sycophants, which is odd. because then the Animus just wastes her attacks on them. It's really weird. Because what ends up happening is this puts 8 onto the Clip Defender, who hits you twice, and you take a lot of damage here. I think I play bottom floor here. I've done this before, and what it's going to end up coming down to is how many targeted removals do I hit next turn. Need to hit at least 2 for it to be okay, but also she's going to be dazed. I have to play bottom floor. Or I could play mid floor, but then I'm just going to get walked over. I have to play bottom floor. Very strange, though. Always interesting to see this one. It's okay. We're going to end up taking a bunch of damage, but the trial, it's for the trial, and I think it's worth it. I have the funds to spare, and if we hit like 2 plinks, it's pretty good here as well. In theory. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I just Umbra Assault this 9-2 and call it a day here. I think so. I think I just kill you, and then we take 9 and call it good. Basically have the damage. I can catch this collector, but I'm passing on a lot of good stuff if I catch this collector. I guess I can just grab a Trade Steward here. It's just that I don't have the -1 on Razor Sharp Edge, right? I think it's fine. We'll take the raw power here. Yeah. A lot of greed here, but we've been low on money and we have a lot of upgrades to buy now, so I'm good with a bunch of greed. Ooh, a bunch of birds are landing. That's a lot of birds, dude. There's so many of them. Alright. Enough looking at birds. Back to playing the video games. I will Razor Sharp Edge you. And we just want to throw the saps at her, I believe. Throw a plink down. I need to save her health. I have to... The other case for going into aggressive, or not aggressive edible, but the other one is just that it might be better for her survivability for me to go into a different pickup there. I can't, the damage shield from Superfood might be good. I don't really know what to call them. I don't, like, you can refer to Rector as Harvest Rector, Reform Rector, and Burnout Rector, but it's like, what do you refer to this guy as? What do you refer to Primordium as? Attack Primordium, Buff Primordium, and the other one? I don't know. I guess so. Solid. If we find Quick for Animus, we'd probably just steamroll up until Seraph. That's going to be our big hit here. Engine upgrade's very good. There's another Void Binding here. I think I have all the pieces I was supposed to commit to it, but I'm a coward. And honestly, I'm okay with being a coward. It's scary. Committing to that and missing is just a free loss. You have a bunch of dead cards in the deck. I'm gonna go left here. I need to definitely hit some removals. I don't need anything over here now. And there's no removals over here, but there's the shop where we can find Quick, which is very nice. And then I can just drop... I don't have anything else to buy here. I can just drop a bunch of money on removals now. Plink needs to go. I don't need it. I'm gonna buy 3 here. No, I'm gonna stop at 2. We have another. We have enough there. I think that we are very strong now, especially since we're past haste combats. Crystal Cloak is a little bit problematic though. Heaven's Seal shouldn't cause me trouble. Oh, we're gonna beat Crystal Cloak by just leaving a trail of morsels in front of him. And maybe using Void Binding. Yeah, I don't think this should be trouble. Even the double heavies should just get pushed down by Trample. I think we're fine. We have the engine upgrade as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's okay now. Especially with a Razor Sharp Edge turn 1 sort of draw. I need to make sure, I need to maximize health here, it feels like, for sure. Maybe I shouldn't just Razor Sharp Edge like crazy? I don't know. Interesting one. I'm gonna stop playing Razor Sharp Edge. Yeah, with Quick, she just kills the entire... Like, she doesn't even need the Quick, I guess, because of the Dazed, but it's nice to have for bosses, I think. don't know, maybe I wasn't supposed to take the quick. Maybe I hold out for the multi-strike. I wonder. The Light's Gift kind of clashes with it, but it's not really a clash, it just kind of covers both angles, right? That's how I look at it more. More soul. Every damage shield morsel is huge here, for sure. Excellent work, Plink. Like, right here is a great example of why Plink is the worst card in the game. Exact reasoning right here. You play 3 Plinks and it splits the damage perfectly. Every time I think that Plink maybe has something redeeming about it, it reminds me that it is the worst card ever printed into a video game. Truly, I do not dislike anything in this game more than I dislike playing with Plink. It is truly horrible. Never mind. I have to take it all back now. Plink had one good outcome. After failing me 4 straight times, Plink had one good hit. Alright, we should crush this boss. We have 4 rounds of stealth. We have 5 rounds of stealth for free here. I think we take it no problem now. The Train Steward actually kind of... I should have positioned differently here. Interesting. I mean, I just play him up here and he does the exact same effect without stealing rounds from me. We crush this, yeah. Morsel is great for beating up on Crystal Cloak for sure. You like to see it. And the Void Binding. Solid. Solid, solid, solid. Alright. L's Banner's very nice. So we have no energy problems anymore. It's 2 Void Bindings. The game, this is just the game calling me a coward now. The first 2, like the one before this I could accept. This is the game pointing out that I am in fact a horrible coward. You're right, game. You're right. I mean, I'm not going to pivot into it because playing around this with Seraph the Chaste still feels like suicide to me, but you know, it was there. I think it was a really big trap set by the game. Start with Void Binding, get offered Superfood on floor 2. I mean, maybe you can put up enough buffs to overcome it anyway, but I don't know. Since Primordium goes away, it feels like it might be a little tough. Let's peep the shop first. What do you got for me? Remove Consume? I'm gonna kill Seraph by just making Animus kill him in like 5 rounds is the plan here. We're gonna try and get this Animus up to so much damage that she just crunches Seraph in 5 rounds. It's not exactly easy to do. Like, very much so easier said than done. The Seraph does do 30 damage. How are we winning this? I guess we're winning this through... I don't know how we're winning this right now. It's probably regen, and we just regen before Seraph enters Relentless. Like, or when Seraph enters Relentless, we don't regen so he can clear it. Yeah, 15 regen's probably enough, because it'll be 15 damage and 16 damage. Okay, if I find a double stack here, it's probably also pretty good. I'm gonna make this free. Cycle of Life would be really good on this run, come to think of it. Cycle of Life would be really good. Double stack? Permafrost. Unfortunate. We're gonna fish for a double stack onto this Wildwood Sap and then hope to duplicate it at the event, or at the Seraph fight, before Seraph, I should say. It's 20 and Consume. We just Consume Plink. And then I will purge a Train Steward. Excellent. Very fine. I'm not 100% convinced that we're gonna kill Seraph with this. It's gonna be a lot of damage output, but we're missing something. We're missing survivability. I will give you 20 health. Gnarled Root. +1 attack per stack of spikes is pretty cool. Effectively turns Sharpen into 2 energy, apply +4, or +8. +12, I guess, technically. Bad against Seraph, of course. I feel like of all of the Seraphs in the game, Chaste will always be my least favorite because of how many times I have to go, yeah, this is cool, but it's bad against Chaste. Like, there's so many cool things that happen in this game that I'm just like, yeah, this is cool and all. Like, Void Binding Slam, sure, cool, but it's bad against Chaste, but it's bad against Chaste, but it's bad against Chaste. Every Chaste run, I feel like a broken record. I think the most interesting part is the fact that not all of it is actually bad against Chased. Occasionally it is just fine. Right? Like the Frostbite. I had a run recently where I went all in on Frostbite, even though I said it was bad against Chased, and it was not bad because I just put down so much Frostbite that it won anyway. I'm gonna end up tossing this card. I think I take one Ember Drain here, actually. This was a misplay playing him here. I should have played him down here. I think I take one Ember Drain, though. I want to get rid of these planks. Huh. Interestingly enough, playing him means that he dies. How strange. Or playing him and then Ember Draining him, even though I guess if the planks hit the front 4 times it would have been bad, but I don't know what to tell you other than how strange. What a very strange turn of events we had there. Huh. I suppose. I'll take my free energy here. It's not a very hard combat to parse, I gotta say. There's not a whole lot of meaningful decisions to be made here. We just domed Fel for 270. Any run where you dome a boss for 270 outside of Relentless is a good sign. Means you're punching through the floor and also hitting, like having the runoff land on the boss in a meaningful way. It's a great sign. I'm gonna play 2 Root Seeds over the Focus Growth here. Yeah, 130 times 3, even though it's only 58 health, which is the only real concern we have here. We have no survivability, basically. I'm not sure what we're gonna do about the no survivability. I don't think it can be morsels. Maybe it can be morsels? I think it's regen. It's just awkward that it's regen because... Oh, don't mind that sound. That is pretty loud, though. I'm sure you can guess what that is, but if you can't, that is a local farmer riding his John Deere on home. You know the John Deere deal? You get it. You get it. I don't think we have a great plan for killing Fel, or not Fel. I don't think we have a great plan for killing Seraph here. We'll kill Fel because the raw damage output is high enough, but Seraph you can't overpower like this. We've pushed like 700 damage into Fel. I think it's 600 damage into Fel. 603 damage into Fel, which is good. I think now I just dropped the saps. The thing is, you can't just play sap whenever because they're the only source of regen in the deck. Excuse me, Focus Growth, get out of here. She is doing 212 though, to be fair. To be fair, it is 212 damage. I'm gonna just drop Void Binding now. I wonder if I had to go Void Binding. I don't know. I don't know. 264 times 3. So we get 1 free round against Seraph. So we effectively get our first 2 rounds before Seraph gets to take a hit because of the Dazed plus the Quick. None of these cards instill confidence in my run. I was hoping to see something that would really instill confidence. I don't know what it was going to be, but I was hoping to see something here that made me go, oh yeah. It was probably Spreading Spores, honestly. Unleash the Wildwood is not great. She never gets hit. Shroud Mitosis might actually be the plan, and then we permafrost it and try to Shroud Mitosis a strong enough morsel. I don't know. I think Cycle of Life might have been the pickup. Blazing Bolts isn't it. This is a skip. None of these are it. I don't need energy, I don't feel like. We have the space, or not the space, but the engine upgrade. I'm gonna go ahead and just take double draw here. 2 draw is good. 2x draw feels good to me. I guess we go right. It really is just a I don't understand how we kill Seraph sort of situation here. Don't need Firebox, don't have a Sting for Thorn Casing, so I guess I just skip. Holdover. I have nothing good for holdover here. Maybe holdover -1 void binding? Do I actually just go void binding anyway? I think I do. That's weird. Like, I guess I could have committed to this a lot earlier and we could have had like 4 of these on holdover, but I think I go this and then I duplicate it, and the idea is just that applying 4 damage shield per round, we can stack up enough damage shield anyway, is what I'm thinking here. It's not like I need to play any other spells. I guess so. It's not, like, I didn't really envision this. I missed this for sure. But I suppose it's the way to go. Superfood. I'm not gonna superfood here. I'm just gonna go all the way on aggressive edible. What a strange one. Heaven's Seal should be fine, right? She gets to, but by the time they get up to her, unless they go mid, or if I lose space top 4, it's not fine, I should say. If I lose space top 4, this is very detrimental. I will take an even 50. It's a 66%er. I'm gonna play it safe here. I'm gonna play it aggressive. I think I just accept that I'm going to take a 50 here, at least. If not a little higher. And we just hope that it's okay, basically. Hey, we lost space on the correct floor, let's go. And we see the holdover Razor Sharp Edge turn 1. Excellent work, everyone. Okay, we should take 0 off of this, which is very fortunate. We drew well. And we are going to prosper. Play you here just for the energy. Yeah, 72 times 3, she already crushes the first heavy. We find the trample stone, we find the win for sure. Okay. Excellent. We got very fortunate here, for sure. This combat went as well as I could hope for it too. I'm glad, like, it was okay to play it safe there if I was afraid we would lose, but I was not very afraid we would lose, to be honest with you. I didn't really have much fear. So I guess I just go here. Like, once I play the trample stone, I guess I just start going. And we just stack up the damage shield. We're playing it for the damage shield only. I don't know, this is super weird. It's effectively Prismal Dust at this point. The Rage, I guess, is nice too. And then I just duplicate it. This would not be possible without the Trample Stone, I should mention. Let me just go to the magic shop and make 2 more cards cost 0. What a very odd run. What a very odd run. I don't know what else to tell you. She's only at 5 damage shield, which is concerning. 7. I'm not certain of this one. I gotta tell you. Thanks, Blink. And she basically has to one-shot this wave, right? It'll be fine. Huh. I guess if I duplicate it, it's okay. Yeah, she crunches it in a very short amount of time. Oh yeah, she gets 2 rounds, that's right, because of the dazed. I don't know, man. We're in uncharted territory is what I'll say. This is a place I've never been. I don't play a run that looks like this very often. Could have taken the consume card there. Not the spikes, the other one. Invigorating Solution. Let me go left. This is very shaky territory. We have one very clear, very powerful card, and then the rest of it is just kind of weird. All in all, it's just kind of weird. Wing Steel's pretty cool. Petrified Crucible's worthless. Commemorative Spike, again, as a wise man once told me, fuck Commemorative Spike. It's always, like, it's so intrusive. Wing Steel is probably too much. We don't need the draw. And Petrified Crucible is whatever. We -1 cards for sure. And make cards that I want to play cost 0. What cards do I really want and feel like I want to be able to play always? I think I might just do 2 -1s on Umbra Stone, and then we put the rest of our money into removing. Did I not go to the duplication? Ah, fuck. My mistake. I overlapped in my brain what I needed to do here. What I should actually really quick do is I should roll this if I see the... what is it called? Lightstone Casing? I look for Lightstone Casing here. Split Anvil. Huh. Split Anvil lets me cheat a lot of cards out when I'm in the Ember Drain Doldrums here. Huh. Refined Void is kind of nice, but it's not that good. I wonder if I was supposed to go space. Alright. I'm gonna go -2 on Umbra Stone and then put the rest into removals here. I'll throw a +10 here as well. It's fine. Yeah, if we saw Lightstone Casing, I think we had this for sure. Double stack. Maybe this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel bad, I guess. If I had Lightstone Casing, I could double stack the Void Binding, although I guess it becomes unplayable pretty quickly. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm just gonna remove 2 Sharpens. Same as Root Seeds, right? Card's kind of unplayable, but I'd rather play 3 Root Seeds than a Sharpen and a Root Seeds. I guess it's the same, effectively. Get rid of this Focus Growth instead. Sure. Alright. It's weird. No doubt about it. As usual, different Seraph, we probably crush this specific Seraph. I am uncertain. Also, if we lose Space Top 4, we might just lose. Yeah, that might be bad. Oh wait, we drew a Space Prism. Sick. Thanks, Space Prism. Now here's a good question. What do I do about the Void Binding right now? I think the answer is I want to just not play it. I think so. I think I just want to not play it. Or I could put it down on this morsel. I'm gonna burn out cards? No, I should hold them, I guess. It doesn't really matter. I draw a lot of cards every turn. I'm gonna press end turn. I'm not gonna hold it over. Ultimately, I just think this run's very strange. The more time Seraph spends up here, I think the better off we are. No early Razor Sharp is a little unfortunate, but anytime we get to push damage into Seraph, it's good. I forgot to play Engine Upgrade. Oops. Engine Upgrade is not super useful overall. All in all, this run just feels odd. I don't have anything else to say. Oh, Seraph clears the days! Dude, the Quick was a genius level pickup. Seraph gets to clear days. Because he's chased! Of course I knew that and was planning for it. How would I not? We'll just take the damage here. That's good then. Okay. I really feel like the one thing that's missing is Steel Enhance or Cycle of Life. The ability to increase her health is very good. Not having it is not the end of the world, it's just a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, we're probably gonna win just because Seraph has to spend so much time up here. I should have played Sharpen maybe. Seraph has to spend so much time up here because he has to come up here every round, and he's just gonna get chunked. Sorry, every other round Seraph has to come up here. So every other round Seraph just takes a huge chunk out of his health bar. Which is going to set him behind quite a bit. I think we win this. It's super strange, right? We're just brute forcing Seraph here. We're just gonna have so much damage that Seraph can't survive it. There's just no way for Seraph to survive the amount of damage we're going to output here. And we took 1,000 damage off of him already. Yeah, we win this. Wow. How strange. The Trample Stone is the winning pickup, for sure. Without Trample Stone, even though I didn't go all the way with Trample Stone, without it here we would have lost, for sure. I'm going to throw these away at this point. I don't think I need the regen anymore. We enter Relentless here with Seraph down 1,000 health. We will see. Oh yeah, also the regen is now as effective as it will be. 40. I don't think the intervals change that much. You have what? You're gonna have 9 damage shield, so it's an even 3 rounds. I don't know. I don't know, man. The correct line doesn't make much sense to me anymore. We do 900 damage around and get 2 free rounds. I think we win it. Yeah. 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 Aggressive Edible Primordium plus any card that has the word multi-strike on it wins you the game. If I hadn't gone for the damage shield, I would have lost there. So it is good to note that I pivoted into a survivability plan. But yeah, Animus plus Large Stone at the first banner, it really does not get any better than that when you start with Aggressive Edible. Like, truly, it doesn't get any better than Animus Large Stone. I can't really think of anything I would like to have more than a Large Stone Animus of Will when starting the game with Aggressive Edible. The Trample Stone, super clutch. Trample Stone, you probably just... I think you always pick Trample Stone alongside Aggressive Edible Primordium because you get so much damage out of it. Even at 1 multi-strike with an... If you were feasting into a unit with 0 attack that had 1 multi-strike, they would still do 240 after 3 rounds. And if you put Trample on that, that means there's 240 split between the front 2 enemies. That's how strong this Primordium is in terms of just damage output. If a unit says multi-strike on it through any means, you put it on yourself or they start with multi-strike. And you put Primordium behind them, at the end of 3 rounds, even if they started with 0 attack, they would almost kill double heavies. At Seraph, they would almost kill 2 190s. That's how much damage output you get out of this Aggressive Edible path. In essence, a lot. And if you get to buff his attack anyway, like playing Umbra Awoken, it's even easier. It's funny, because before I would have said that Umbra Awoken / Awoken Umbra is on the weaker side. Umbra Awoken is now very strong, because buffing Primordium is very strong. Awoken Umbra, I think, is the same. Like, Awoken Umbra is still kind of it's not really not synergistic, because you don't... When you start with Wendleton, you don't really full send into a regen plan, so there's room for a Gorge plan in your deck for sure. But Awoken Umbra is just crazy now. It's probably the best combo with Exile Awoken, or Exile Umbra rather. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you would like to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.